Will Europe, to the extent that they have a say in this, and in fact, the world, will they countenance the idea of some sort of deal that lets Russia keep some of the territory that it conquered when it invaded Ukraine a couple of years ago?
Europe is irrelevant at this point, at least in terms of this particular deal making. Why is that? The Europeans had a decade to prepare for Russia's invasion of Ukraine. As I may have mentioned on the show, I personally briefed the Obama administration's White House. I briefed the European Command. I briefed NATO in 2013, just months prior to Putin's invasion. And I explained to the 28 nations at that time in Brussels, Belgium, what Putin's mindset was, what his plans were, Russia's warfighting strategy. The Europeans chose not to step up to the plate and not to beef up their force posture, not to transition their military-industrial complex on a wartime footing in order to be able to produce sufficient quantities of weaponry needed to prosecute that war, even though it's a proxy war. So as a result, the NATO the NATO chairman himself, Rutte, just acknowledged that Russia is now producing in 1 month more military hardware than the entire NATO alliance is making in 1 year. So Trump is a realist, and the Europeans have no say in this. They need to start boosting their defense contributions to 5% of their GDP so that they can actually be a formidable deterrent force to Putin. Right now, they're not a deterrent. This is exactly why Putin has invaded. So, no, they don't have a say at this point.
Rebekah Koffler, thanks so much. And, I do remember in Obama 2014 telling Europe pretty much exactly what you just told me, and I suspect your briefing may have had something to do with that. Shame they didn't listen. Rebekah Koffler, thank you so much for joining me, as always.